YouTube, welcome back. On today's episode, you already see by the title, the thumbnail. Let's go ahead and talk about it. So, I came across this good deal, this 1997 BMW 323i Coupe. And runs and drive, but it has the typical E36 issues. Well, it ran and drove, but it sat before I went and bought it for a minute. I was told about it, and then I was like, all right, I'll come back around. If you want to talk about it, if you want to tell somebody else first, and if they don't want it, then I'll come and get it. And so that's exactly what happened. So the buddy took forever to get the car, and he was just like, you know what, I'm gonna offer it to you, so here it is. So bought a 97 E36 323i, and it need a couple of things. So today we're gonna try and get it back running. I'm gonna show y'all how it looked, and we're gonna try to get it back running. So I know the fuel pump failed in it. That was the main reason why I quit running, and possibly need a key because the key just spins around, which is another typical E36 issue. So let's just go ahead quit talking about it, and I'm gonna show you all the problems and talk about it as I go along. So let's go ahead and get to it. All right, so with the E36, so when I got it, I know I needed a fuel pump, a key, or an ignition switch. It has a key, but the key spins over, like just spins around in like basically a 360 or 180 when it's not supposed to do that. It's supposed to lock in place. So, and it was super dirty. So some of the stuff I've already done off camera, which is the only thing I've done was clean the car, vacuum it out, and I've noticed a few spots that it needs to be addressed, which according to the E36 enthusiasts and owners are common problems with these cars. So the battery tray has rusted out, which is a common problem, but the rest of the car is solid. But I did notice like the rear floor pan and the corners are kind of messed up, which need to be cut out and welded in, which is something simple. And driver's side as well. The driver's side isn't bad, it's savable, but I might as well go ahead and do it while I'm in there doing the passenger side. So if the passenger side is messed up, you know the driver's side is probably going to be messed up as well, or on the way out to do it. So we're going to go ahead and address all of those things, but I'm waiting for the parts to come in so I can do the fuel pump and the key. Oh, and I need a slate cylinder. So fuel pump, key, and I'm actually waiting about a slate cylinder. So we're going to do the fuel pump today and the key today, and put some gas in it and see if it fires up, which I know it runs and drives. I bought it running already, but then when I went to pick it up, the fuel pump was dead because it was also on E and the car sat for a minute. So fuel pump and key, and we'll crank it up and see how it sound and everything like that. All right, y'all, so we back. So I didn't record too much. I just went ahead and swapped the fuel pump out because it was real quick. But don't be like me and put the fuel pump in the pickup side. That is the actual sending unit side. Don't be like me and put it over there. The fuel pump is not on the driver's side, it's on the passenger side. But like I said, man, this is my first BMW. Most cars I've done has been on the driver's side, like my Civic, my girl Hyundai. I did a Nissan Armada. The only car that I've done that it wasn't on the passenger side, that it wasn't on the driver's side, was my Subaru. And that was what, a year ago, 2 years ago, something like that. So yeah, fuel pump is in. We're gonna go ahead and finish putting everything on the lines, but now I have to get a sending unit because it broke, like literally disintegrated once I took it out. So we're gonna go ahead and put the fuel pump in and wrap this up, and then worry about that side. So let me go ahead and finish this on up. Got that good old corn. No, I'm just playing. This is a good old 93. That old good old 93. 93. So I end up putting the fuel pump in. I'm about to send it, see what happens. If it start up, we running it. If it don't, I'll swap it. I will say, so one thing you do need to be careful of are these wiring and connectors, because look at those connectors. Look how old they are. Those are some old ass connectors and old wiring. So be careful when you're taking all this out, because it will rip or break or crumble because it's brittle. So just be mindful when you're working on this car, because everything on this shit is delicate, and it's not even just because it's a BMW. It's just because it's old as fuck. So yeah, just be careful. All right, so we got the fuel pump hooked up, everything put back, but I want to see if it primes. So I'm just gonna turn it on and see if it primes. Not gonna start it, none of that. Oh yeah, yeah, I heard it. I heard it for sure. Yeah, so yeah. Okay, so we got one issue fixed. So we're one step closer to getting this fixed. Boy, I'm so glad to hear that fuel pump prime. I am so glad, boy. Okay. Well, got it running. Running and driving good. Well, running good. Still needs a slave cylinder, but it's running good. Sounds good. Sounds like it has a vacuum leak, honestly, but overall motor sounds decent. I don't know what that clicking noise is. I feel like it's the valves because it's been sitting for a while, but somebody let me know if this is what these sound like, because it only sounds like this on idle. Like if you rev it, like it don't sound that bad, honestly. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah. All right. Cool. All right, what's up? Welcome back. Not welcome back, but I'm giving you a little update on the E36. So, pretty much after I did the fuel pump, battery, changed out some of the relays for the fuel pump, and checked the fuses for the fuel pump. I deem it to be the DME, the EWS has went bad, or the key itself. So that's where I'm at with it. I read up on a few things. It was saying that it could be the crank sensor EWS has went bad, or is not getting the correct signal or voltage or whatnot that it's reading, which is the reason why I got a new battery, because the battery is a strong factor in that. So I got a new battery and that didn't solve nothing. So checked it. It's getting power when you turn the key on for a split of a second, then it turns it off. Like it completely just turned it off. And so I don't know if you go back in the video or rewind and whatnot, if you've seen the video, that the car was running and driving. Not well at the time it was running. It needed a slave cylinder, so I wasn't able to actually put it in gear and go. But right after that, I changed the slave cylinder, and it would not start again. Like it would not start no matter what. You spray starting fluid in there, or any brake cleaner and stuff, and you will hear it start up and run, which indicates that the fuel is not getting fuel. But everything else has been checked. Everything else works. It's getting power initially for a split of a second to turn off. So, well, it's getting power at the fuel pump, then turn off. I don't know how on the OBD2 E36s you really can't bypass the EWS because it's inside of the computer. So only way you can really disable it is if you get it tuned, like get it tuned out or turned off completely. Other than that, I've seen people say that you can cut this wire and cut this wire and hit these two together on the OBD2 vehicles. That's not a factor. So my next thing will be get a new ignition switch and get the DME reprogrammed or get the EWS turned off on it, because I see now that there's going to be an issue all the way through. So I might as well just go ahead and get rid of the EWS or get a standalone computer that plugs straight into it and go from there, because it's not going to stop. It worked that one time, which I don't even know why it worked that one time. If it was going bad to begin with or was bad, it should have never worked to begin with. So I don't know why I did it that one time, but it let me know that the car runs and drives and it don't have no issue. And also that noise is from the lifters because it has been sitting for a long time and it needs an oil change. So found out that E36s, once they sit for a long time, the lifters stick or whatever. And for you to do it, if you already have an oil change or whatnot, from what I was told was the E36 will have to, I know it's gonna sound funny, but you're gonna have to hit limiter a few times and it unsticks. Quite a few people said that. I haven't done it yet because the car hasn't ran obviously since that day. So yeah, so from besides that, the issues that I've explained in it, but engine and motor and transmission wise, it runs and I want to say drives good. I haven't had a chance to go and shift through the gears, but at the time when it was in the driveway, I was going through the gears. Of course, it don't feel like it's any type of obstacle in the way or feel like it's a gear is bad, but of course you won't know until I drive it. So I just want to give y'all an update. If y'all have experienced this, you can just drop your same problems or whatnot in the comments. I'm just updating this to be a little series. So I'll come back to y'all when I get the computer or get all the parts and stuff for that car. It might take a minute, it might not, cause no rush. So on that note though, like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.